Welcome to Help Stop the Genocide in American Ghettos podcast. I'm your host, Emmanuel Barbie. I'm the founder, president, and CEO of GRCAM, the Grassroots Community Activist Movement. On this platform, we discuss authentic urban news across the diaspora. If you are joining us for the first time, please hit that like button, share button, and subscribe button on my YouTube page. We encourage our listeners worldwide to engage with us by leaving a public comment about the topic in the comment section below this audio podcast. Make our audio podcast and our video podcast go viral by sharing my YouTube page link with all of your Facebook friends and any other social media sites you are on. This will help get the ball rolling. Disclaimer: this content is for educational and informational purposes only. It is based on public available reports and verified media sources. We fully comply with the YouTube's community guidelines. We do not promote violence, hate, or misinformation in any form. This podcast is available in three forms: audio, video, and also as a written text in order for us to reach our audience. Help Stop the Genocide in American Ghettos podcast is a Black media component. I would like to encourage my listeners to subscribe to my Medium page or Medium transcript. That way you can follow along during the podcast. I provide my Medium transcript in the comments section below this audio podcast. There are multiple ways you can help support us with funding our film project. One is by purchasing my revised book or buying items from our virtual store or giving a direct donation through our crowdfunding pages such as our GoFundMe page, our PayPal Giving Fund page, or our Buy Me a Coffee page. I created this platform to give people on my Facebook page and people in my Facebook groups who are Black artists, African artists, such as authors, comedians, fashion designers, filmmakers, models, musicians, poets, gospel singers, spiritual leaders, as well as Black entrepreneurs and African entrepreneurs. If you're serious about doing business with me, then please exchange emails with me. Send me your email address to my Facebook inbox, or please make arrangements with me to come on this platform so that way you can promote your books, your business, your music, or if you have a small ministry, then share a 30-minute sermon with my listeners from the global community. After the show, I will offer my guest speakers an incentive by teaching them how to create their own podcast, YouTube channel, and a Wix website for their business or ministry. I also assist them with finding college grants and scholarships and legal services, all for free. I also created this platform because Black Chicagoans have been acting funny style with me for the past 33 years. So I decided to broadcast my vision and plan beyond Black Chicago. This is why I created this platform, to connect with like-minded Black Americans beyond Black Chicago, across the United States of America, as well as like-minded African immigrants throughout the United States of America from 10 African nations: South Africa, Kenya, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Uganda, Angola, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Ghana, and Nigeria. All I ask is that you please purchase my revised book and read my story for yourself. Quote, The Solution for Black America: Reclaiming, Rebuilding, and Restoring the Urban Ghettos in America, second edition, is available in two forms: as an ebook for $9.99 or as a softcover book for $15 plus shipping and handling. If you agree with my vision and plan to help improve Black America, specifically Black Chicago, then you will automatically become a GRCAM member. I would like for you to um, come on this platform so we can talk about the book, encourage others to get involved, as well as for you to join our film project and work with me in terms of helping me raise funds for this film project. Also, I would like for you to be a part of the film project as well. To come to Chicago, meet me in person, because we're going to shoot the film here in the city of Chicago. And we want to let the Black world know who we are and what we're trying to do for our people that's trapped in American ghettos, specifically in Chicago, for credibility before I cut and run to Africa. This business is not about me per se. It's about GRCAM members and their families. It's about improving our communities and meeting the needs of the African American community and the African immigrant community. I hope that we will build this movement together, a movement that will not put politics over our interests, a movement that refuses to let the same insiders who have done nothing for decades keep holding on to power without accountability. We're nonpartisan, we're independent, and we're not affiliated with anyone. We're M1, meaning we are melanated first. Our focus is on solving Black issues at the community level. I will never forget where I came from and who I'm fighting for. Let's make a real change together. The Grassroots Community Activist Movement welcomes Black entrepreneurs, African entrepreneurs, Black artists, and African artists. Our aim is to move GRCAM from behind a computer into the big screen, then into the African American community, and provide a family friendly atmosphere rooted in solidarity and making a positive impact within the African American community as well as in the African immigrant community. I want to do more than just news and social commentary. But at this point in time, this is where I'm at. Without financial support from the Black grassroots and the global African family, then I am unable to do my God given assignment, which is to create the best African American business within the United States of America. That's all I'm trying to do. I've been paying out of pocket for my business title since 2010. I pay the city, state, and the IRS every year. Basically, I'm just losing money. But I believe deep in my heart that I will be able to connect with other like minded, brave, and smart Black Americans, like minded, brave, and smart African immigrants within the United States of America. That's the only thing that's holding me back. I'm not getting pushed back from white America. I'm getting pushed back from Black America, the same people I'm trying to help. But this is my God given assignment. It is what it is. Um, this is why it's important that I make this docudrama in order to reach the Black masses and the Black world. Again, let's keep it a buck. The white man is not stopping Black Americans from buying my revised book. The white man is not stopping Black Americans from patronizing my virtual store. The white man is not stopping Black Americans from donating to my film project. That's a personal choice. That's Willie Lynch, which is the slave mentality in real time, ladies and gentlemen. My film project is my last attempt to try to do something positive for my racial group, Black Americans, before I cut and run to Africa. GRCAM is about raising the bar in Black America by separating ourselves from the enemy within. Con artists, Black boule, degenerates, Democrat shields, hardened criminals, pedophiles, off-code Negroes, and urban terrorists. I am called by my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ / Yahshua again to build the best African American business within the United States of America, and that would be GRCI of Chicago, the Grassroots Community Activist Institute of Chicago. Um, so, um, with that being said, our upcoming events. Please mark your calendar for our next monthly virtual interactive conference, which will be Saturday, September 27th, 2025. Join us in this virtual interactive conference. Everyone on my Facebook page, everyone in my social groups. If you're interested in being on my panel, please send me a message to my inbox, include your email, so that way I can send you the Zoom link through email as well as through Facebook Messenger. So you can have it, you have two options in terms of accessing the show. Although we don't have a physical building at this time, we are using this technology to broadcast what we're trying to do in Black America and beyond. On this platform, we're genuine, sincere, transparent, and authentic. This event will help expand your network, enhance your profile visibility, and make more meaningful connection with the global community. The theme, GRCAM stands with Africa. And so basically it's going to be a couple of videos that I want my panelists, if you're interested, to watch and then for us to talk about it. I'm looking for at least 5 or more people. It's going to be Zoom live time, 2 p.m. American Central Time, 3 p.m. Canadian Time, 8 p.m. West African Time, 9 p.m. South African Time, 10 p.m. East African Time, and 8 p.m. UK Time. Title of this presentation, Trump threatens to bring National Guard to Chicago, and Muslims killing Christians in Nigeria. Our first topic, Trump threatens to bring National Guard to Chicago. I watched a video clip from Fox 32 News entitled, quote, "We're going in. Trump vowed to deploy National Guard to Chicago. Timing unclear." Unquote. To watch the full video, just go to my Medium transcript located in the comment section below this audio podcast. Click on the link and scroll down to show and prove. In a nutshell, President Donald Trump confirmed Tuesday he intends to send the National Guard to Chicago to address violent crime, but did not say the exact day for this to occur. Although I have little my bad. Okay, let me just say this again. Although I have little to no support for my vision and plan here in Chicago, I still love my city and I still got love for my people who live here, bottom line. That's why I've been pushing this thing for the past 33 years. I don't like being overlooked, trying to do something. But it is what it is. And as you know, the city government has been doing Black Chicagoans wrong for a very long time. And also, basically, when Black Chicagoans see my vision, once they see it materialize, that's going to be a done deal. But that's how come I want to do the film project, so that way I would be in a better position financially to do all this stuff I talk about. Because I'm not in a position right now to hire people because, first of all, I don't have a physical building. That's because my book is barely selling. That's why I'm like, good Lord, it's just tough, you know. And again, like I say, I mean, I give people free will. Look, I just keep it real and authentic, you know. I don't want to, and I don't put on no front, you know. I mean, my thing is, I just want brave and smart people that's going to be on my management team. Bottom line, that's going to work with me and help me run this thing, doing the best I can to raise funds so I can be in a position to hire people. But that's why we got to do this film project point blank. There's nothing else I can think of in order for us to get this thing out to the black masses. So, but the book is out there, you know. And those of you that don't want to, you know, buy items from the virtual store, cool. You know, it is what it is. But at least get the book, read my story for yourself. You know, that's a start. And again, I need people that's going to be on my management team that's going to help me with this film project. It takes a team to make a dream work. Alrighty. So, with that being said, let me return back to what I'm talking about. Uh, Here in Chicago, we experience a lot of urban gentrification within our community and neighborhoods. To add insult to injury, um, under the Biden Harris administration, they allowed illegal immigrants to be dumped in the African American community so that they can compete against us for basic resources. I've been using my platform to wake up Black Americans, specifically Black Chicagoans, about what's happening. Nobody in their right mind want to embrace criminality. For the most part, Black Chicagoans want to live in a safe neighborhood. They want to be able to walk down the street without worried about being robbed or gunned down. And they want their kids to, you know, go outside and, you know, enjoy their youth, you know, play at the school, you know, playground and things like that. But some places it's just too dangerous, you know. And the reason why it's like that is because these white supremacist financial elites, you know, like I say, after the civil rights era, they plotted to remove I would say, the upper um, black and the middle class, black Americans, you know, and then that made the community very vulnerable. And then that's when they just started flooding the community or the black ghettos with drugs, guns, and alcohol. It was just, but and so you have a lot of youth during I'm gonna say 90s and 2000s, you know, they were affected by drugs, you know, because of their moms, you know, abusing drugs. So, you know, that produced a lot of children that had a lot of they inherited a lot of these drug habits and stuff like that. But bottom line, it really messed up the community. It destroyed the community. And so that's why, you know, you have people that's have mental health issues going around just shooting people because they have a gun, and it's just horrible, very horrible. And now that's how come I focus on what's going on in the inner cities, the black ghettos. I don't sugarcoat it because that's where I came from. It's rough, and I'm just trying to do my part to create um, quality, effective, a business that's going to be effective and successful. That's all I'm trying to do. And anybody that's going to be on my team, they're going to have to come correct. Ain't no half stepping. I don't care because they're melanated. I just want to make sure that you're like minded. That's all. And that you're not going to be a con artist because we're going to hold those persons accountable. We're going to have protocol in place to weed them people out with the quickness. That's what I'm all about. Just trying to get the thing to materialize. That's all. Um, they don't want to see their neighborhoods rampant with gangs and violence. They don't want have to be in a drug environment. It's just not cool. A majority of blacks don't want that. I'm just saying. Yes, you have the degenerate culture that's into that kind of stuff. Like I say, we separate ourselves from those people. People that don't have any ambition in life. We can't build with those type of people. It is what it is. Like I say, that's the enemy within. We have to separate from those type of people. And those that's also in the pockets of the white supremacist financial elites. I guarantee you that most Black Americans feel that way. Many Chicago residents who live in some of these violent neighborhoods, they welcome the National Guard, such as a group called Chicago Flips Red. I like, what they're saying and stuff, but again, I try to explain to them that, yeah, they want to, just push for, the Republicans. I told them, we should be in the middle. We should be independent. But I understand where they're going, and yeah, just long as we punish those Democrats until they get the message, we're just going to keep allowing them to crash and burn. Don't support them at all across the board. Just like they say, vote blue no matter who. I say vote against blue no matter who until they give us our demands. We want economic tangibles in the forms of lineage-based cash payment reparations for descendants of American slaves, such as myself, and an anti-Black hate crime bill, as well as getting qualified immunity um, off the book. Chicago West Side ranks second among communities with the most shootings this year, according to crime data. So far, 93 people have been shot in the area and 13 have lost their lives. Chicago is not nearly as bad as some other cities, and some Chicago residents are concerned that the city might be used as a political pawn. The National Guard will only be a temporary solution to a everlasting problem because even if you get the National Guards, to be here, um, sure, crime, is going to go down, but they're only going to be here for 30 days, according to my understanding. But that does not get to the root of the problem: the lack of resources, broken home. That that's some, and then I would say redlining that still exists. But when you look at the numbers, because numbers don't lie, Chicago does have issues with violence, but it is not the most violent city in America, especially when you look at FBI crime reports. For examples, places like St. Louis, Baltimore, and Detroit, they actually top the list when it comes to per capita homicides. The American experiment is a problem. It's a reason why the Lord gave each racial group of people certain languages, customs, and culture, and they stay among their own within their own country. But the white supremacist financial elites wanted to create this multicultural society, and and this is why we have cultural wars in America. It was never meant for everybody to be living under one culture. Not saying that you can't do trade among other racial groups, but it was never meant for everyone to be under one culture. This creates a racial pyramid where whites are on top, which is called white supremacy. The white supremacist financial elites control the arts and entertainment, economy, education, government, media, and religion. This creates problems because other groups feel that their culture should be on top. So it's like a competition, you know. North America is not set up for every group to be at the top running things. It's only for white people at this time. It's very important that we put out positive images in the minds of Black children and African children and give them balance. That's why we're trying to raise funds for our film project so that those proceeds from our film will help put us in a better position financially to build the Grassroots Community Activist Institute of Chicago, a physical place within our community where Black children and African children can come and be around constructive Black Americans and African immigrants, an independent Black institution which will create Black empowerment films and promote Black economic empowerment. The white supremacist financial elites use their mainstream media to put out negative images of Black Americans. Before the internet, they control our image and the narrative. In, in this turn, undermine our political unity, our lineage, our legitimate calls for social justice and reparations, and a systematic reform. They promoted degeneracy as our culture to downplay our political power. I always tell GRCAM members that we have to control our narrative. Notice on X, we can't say anything negative about Jewish people. We can't say anything negative about Asian people. We can't say anything negative about the LGBT community. But all these other groups can use the N word. It's never censored. Some people on there talk openly about killing Black people. That's called freedom of speech, according to them. Anything showing degraded images of Black people, it goes viral because Black dysfunction is viewed as entertainment, even when it violates community guidelines. Black, Black degeneracy, they show that all day. Black pain is profitable. From slave movies to crime documentaries, that's a money-making genre. But when Black content creators, such as myself, speak critically about white supremacy, that becomes controversial. Family, there's a reason why my YouTube page has less than 10,000 subscribers for years. I have 10,000 followers on LinkedIn alone. Yet my YouTube page has been stuck at 500 subscribers since 2010. What's wrong with this picture? It should have been well in the millions by now. What they do, they actually unsubscribe people on my page. I got a lot of people telling me they have to resubscribe to my YouTube page. On my show, we're talking about dismantling white supremacy and dismantling social justice for Black Americans. Platform guidelines are definitely enforced unequally. They claim to have neutral content policy, but they enforce them unequally. When Black content creators create racist or degenerate behavior in our communities, then they start shadow banning. Um, Trump sent the National Guard to Washington, D.C. The hardened criminals, drug dealers, and gang members just stayed off the streets for 30 days. They create checkpoints, harassing American citizens. That's what I saw happen in these videos. If you're going to Terrortown or Old Block, cool, clean up that neighborhood. But if you're walking down the street, an average, American citizen, but being racially profiled, that's not cool at all. That's my only issue with that. If you if they weren't doing stop and frisk, harassing Black people who's doing nothing wrong, um, it wouldn't be safe to say that the Chicago Police Department has failed, just like they said about public schools. So, should the conversation be don't give the Chicago Police Department any more federal dollars because they can't handle the crime here? Shouldn't that be the conversation? If I was the president of the United States of America and had to clean it up, I would start with the mayor. Well, let me take that back. I would start with the governor, Governor Pritzker, then the mayor, Brandon Johnson, and then all the way down to the alderman. I would demand an audit of all the federal funds that was given to law enforcement to see what they did to stop these crimes and what the money was used for. If anybody, if anybody is caught with fraud or abuse, then they will be charged and they will go to prison. Congress would have to pass a law so uh, I would say Trump can occupy a city as long as he wants to. They are not addressing the real reason why crime is allowed to happen. The lack of financial opportunity breeds crime. It's because of man made conditions, and on top of that, systematic racism in North America. Crime is allowed to happen because, um, as I stated, in my last audio podcast, because there's a lot of money to be made from crime. Um, who benefits? I would say these private prison corporations. They're making money off of prison labor because they don't have to pay them as much. They make less money than minimum wage. It also provides jobs for judges, lawyers, and correctional officers. America don't want to solve crime. Now, if Trump really wants to clean up our cities, all he needs to do is bring in forensic auditors, Doge, and go through the book. And if there is evidence of misappropriate funds, then all these politicians involved would be put in prison. I bet you crime will stop because none of these career politicians wants to end up in prison. That's how you would end crime in American cities. Trump has the National Guard, the FBI, and ICE all under his control to do all he has to do is go to these large cities that have a high crime rate. Notice he's not targeting places like West Virginia and all these white enclaves or trailer parks. that's full of meth and heroin. He's focusing on large urban cities, which is a Democrat stronghold. The pub, the Trump administration will target Detroit, Baltimore, and New York City. He's playing politics. He claims it's about crime, but it's really about politics. Chicago has always been known as a gangster city because of Al Capone. And, yeah, they just sad that, that negative cloud is still over Chicago. But that's why I want to bring my Christian business here and bring it to the devil's stronghold, the black ghettos, to help turn around those things. Not just by faith alone, because faith without works is dead. We got to build this business together. I got to have people that's on the same page and ain't going to be about this foolishness. And we're going to raise the bar. And we're going to let people know up front, hey, I want that stuff in writing. You know what I'm saying? Just because you black or melanated doesn't mean you're going to be a part of this business. I want people to understand this business. I want to put everything out on the table. Let the community know we're here to serve. We're here to help you um, meet the needs of your family, have a safe environment for your children to come to. That's all I'm trying to do, ladies and gentlemen. Get this thing popping here in the city of Chicago, and so I can bring it over to the African continents. Because I don't want to go to Africa just to go to Africa without bringing economic tangibles. I want to bring my business there, but I want to prove to the black world that doggone it, this is not the way to go. I want people that's gonna want to be a part of this. That's why it's gonna be membership based. I don't want to be talking to people that just got a funky attitude and Americanized, because it's gonna get worse for those type of people. Chicago is a beautiful city, and that's why I'm fighting tooth and nail to get my film project fully funded and made so that I can hire qualified Black middle class professionals that will help me first create a quality Black empowerment film in order to reach the Black masses. And the proceeds from the film, what I hope would allow me to earn from the film, the proceeds, $25 million or even more. That way, I would be put in a better position financially to purchase property in Chicago, Illinois, buy office equipment, hire qualified Black middle class professionals and qualified African immigrants to help me build the Grassroots Community Activist Institute of Chicago. Please leave a public comment about the topic in the comment section below this audio podcast and share with your friends on all social media sites you are on. This will help get the ball rolling. Our second topic: Muslims killing Christians in Nigeria. I ran across a video clip on YouTube about the senseless violence that is happening in Nigeria. And so if you want to look at that video, again, just go to my Medium transcript located in the comment section below this audio podcast. Click on the link and then scroll down to show and prove, and you would see it. Christian genocide is being carried out by Muslim extremists, but notice the mainstream media is not saying a word about this, but I will. It's a silent genocide because it's not given enough media coverage. And as a Christian, I refuse to stay silent while innocent people, or I would just say innocent Christians, are being slaughtered like animals. just like what's happening here in America, in American ghettos. I won't be showing you any visuals in order to avoid problems with this platform. But believe me, this is a very serious matter. This is targeting premeditated religious violence against Christians in Nigeria by Islamic terrorists. In just the last year alone, nearly 5,000 Christians were murdered in Nigeria. 5 million have been displaced. 18,000 churches burned to the ground. Little children burned alive in churches. Pastors kidnapped, tortured, and beheaded. It's horrible. Radical Islamic militants are using land conflicts as an excuse to wipe out Christian communities, to drive them out and claim the land. Because according to my understanding and research, in South Nigeria, they have oil, and so the Muslims, they want to try to take that over. Um, and also, I'm hearing that some of the Christians, they're talking about like breaking away from Nigeria and calling it something else. So, you know, I'm just praying, and also I'm encouraging my listeners to just pray for Nigeria, not just Nigeria alone. Pray for the Congo. They still got war going on over there as well. Just horrible. But again, all this stuff has taken place because of these white supremacist financial elites, came over there and colonized, other people's land and all that stuff. Just ridiculous. But anyway, let me focus back on the topic. Um, let's see. It is sad that Nigerian government is failing to protect its citizens. They are complacent with this genocide. If African immigrants, especially Africans from Nigeria, would just work with me that's here in America, um, to help, get this film project fully funded and made, then I would be in a better position. I'm just saying through the business for us to shed light on what's going on in Nigeria through our films and through the platform, but especially through our films to let people know that this is not cool. It appears that African leaders would rather protect their international image than protect their own citizens. Nigerian Christians need our help. Please share this audio podcast. Contact your leaders, call your local representatives. Also, support your local Christian advocacy groups like Open Doors, Christian Solidarity, Worldwide International, and Christian Concern. Also, pray because faith without works is dead. The world will not know unless we raise our voices. If you are a Christian listening to this, remember those people that are being killed are our brothers and sisters in Christ. What is happening in Nigeria right now is religious genocide carried out by Islamic terrorists. Please leave a public comment about the topic in the comment section below this audio podcast and share with your friends on all social media sites you are on. This will help get the ball rolling. Thank you all for joining us on this stream. We greatly appreciate it. Please be sure to click the subscribe button and the like button. If you see a survey and they ask you, did you like the live stream? Say yes. It's educational. Give us good ratings because those ratings help recommend more content. That's the new YouTube They are doing surveys now. So please give us a good rating. Again, thank you all for listening. We greatly appreciate it. Um, Put me on blast by telling all your friends and family to listen to our content on our YouTube page. I'm going to send a challenge out to everybody that's listening to this audio podcast. I need all hands on deck. Please support our film project so that we can move your cam from behind a cyberspace and get our story on the big screen so that the Black world will know who we are and what we're trying to do for our people that's trapped in American ghettos. Quote, Hood Liberator, made in Chicago, the war against Willie Lynch begins, unquote. You can be a part of this historic docudrama by contributing to our campaign either on our GoFundMe page or our PayPal giving fund page, which will help fund marketing, promotion, clearance, legal, and general expenses. We would like to thank everyone who have contributed or will contribute to support our film project on our GoFundMe page, our Buy Me a Coffee page, or if you are a U.S. citizen, then you can use our PayPal Giving Fund page as a tax write-off because this is a legitimate 501c3 nonprofit faith-based community advocacy organization. You can also purchase items from our virtual store or purchase my revised book. The ebook is $9.99. The softcover book is $15 plus shipping and handling. We appreciate your support. You can find all of the links below this audio podcast in the comments section. Thank you all for listening to our YouTube live or replay. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing. I want to thank all of you for listening to our audio podcast on Spotify. If you are new to Help Stop the Genocide in American Ghettos podcast, welcome to our safe space where we discuss Black issues. We do this every week. This will conclude our audio podcast for today. We will see you on the next episode. Peace and blessings. And again, that's going to conclude our show for today.